Hello guys, welcome to Tech Rockers. Today we are going to discuss about artifacts which are associated with the software development life cycle (SDLC). So the artifacts can be seen that what are the observations, what are the information that are related to the processors in SDLC lifecycle. Like we are having so many processes like requirements analysis, design, uh, implementation, and we are having deployment and testing, and after then we are having maintenance. So the normal SDLC life cycle, which is maintained for developing a software, is associated with several processes, which include like risk management, and plannings for project, and so everything in software. I mean, everything that that we are following to develop a software is mainly based on the business cases. So uh, so in order to develop a software or a product, so we'll be ensuring some risk factors, and we'll be overcoming the risk. So the mainly artifacts are associated with the project plans, business cases, and risk assessments. Um, so actually, in general, we can say that artifacts is a set which in turn tells about the processes and methods, which will tell about the collection of information that has been obtained from the gatherings. So mainly these artifact sets are classified into two sets, engineering set and management set. So how we are classifying these into two sets? So mainly, coming to SDLC, so it is mainly associated for developing a software or product. So software or an application, right? So in abstract, if you see, the SDLC has an engineering process and a management which has to maintain the software development life cycle. So in abstract, these artifact sets are classified into two sets. First one is the engineering set, and second one is management set. So again, this engineering set, so it is further classified into four types. How that in normal SDLC lifecycle, the abstract methods are requirement set. The second one, based on your requirements, you're converting the requirements into a particular design. After converting the design, so the main aim of this SDLC is to implement like a what we call, we should say that based on the design set, based on the requirements, so you are going to give the end user the end product. So this end product is uh, helpful to uh, give the end user certain functionality based on the functional requirements. So this implementation set is further, I mean, whatever the implementations that you have done in the implementation is further um, deployed into a OS. So deployment set includes deployment steps. So this is about engineering set. So coming to management set, whatever the engineering process that should be monitored, that should be done by a management. So this management plays main role in SDLC, or we can say that for making a software application. So management is again furtherly classified into two things like planning and operational. So planning, what planning says that if you want to develop a product, if you want to develop a product or a software, so what we have to do, first of all, we have to in terms of management, the management will view a plan and design a plan where they will ensure such kind of functionalities, and their what we call management works that should be implemented in the management set. So and coming to planning, so whatever the plan that has to be implemented, that should be operated for getting an end product. So for that we are using operational set. For that we are using operational set. So uh, we can say that mainly the artifact sets are classified into engineering set and management set. And engineering sets have four abstract types. So like requirement set, design set, implementation set, and deployment set. And management set. So coming to management, it's about planning in terms of management uh, and operational things that should be done on your planned base plan. Okay, so coming to the depth of artifact sets, if you see the picture, okay, see, uh, so we are going to learn what are the detailed things that should be observed in every artifact set in the main broad category of the engineering set and management. So engineering set has requirement set, design set, implementation set, and deployment set. So coming to the first type of in the engineering set, we're having requirement set. So when you observe that a team in the engineering process, so first of all they gather the requirements from the stakeholders like user and we can say that developers. So based on some requirements, every requirement should be documented. Like the first point is vision document. So all the requirements should be gathered, and based on that requirements, you are creating some such models, requirement models that that can give help for the further process. Like these requirements models based on your requirements, uh, these can be helpful for designing designing models. So this requirement set will helpful, and we can say that every process in engineering set is related. See, when requirement set, when you're documenting the requirements and creating requirement models, so these requirement models are turned into design models where you are using like design models like what we can say that use cases, class diagrams, and sequence based diagrams. So these whatever the modules that we are going to implement in implementation set, that can be designed in design models. So uh, so design model includes whatever the modules you are going to implement in the design set. So based on that modules, you are going to design models, and design set also includes test model. So whenever you are going to implement in the design, I mean in the implementation set. So after implementation, certain models should be done. Test models should be done that will be helpful for the quality of the software. So this design set also includes software architecture description and all those things. Like coming to implementation set, this implementation set includes in general thing the implementation mean uh, we are using source code as a baseline, and you are implementing this. Okay, uh, and implementation setters include some kind of environment like compile time and runtime environments. So so we are ensuring associated compile time files. Okay, and so whatever the components that you use, that should be executable, and that should be listed in this implementation set. So okay, it's about requirements set, design set, and implementation set. So after implementing a code, I mean a software or application, so you're going to give to the end user with the help of some tools like integrated product executable baselines, associated runtime environment files. So finally we can say for deploying a product, so you are using uh, some environments for as an integration to deploy the product deploy the product. So for that, we are using some associated runtime environment, and that runtime environment can be given with the runtime files. So its deployment set also includes a user manual. This helps the user to understand the product usability. So this is about the engineering sets. So after a certain engineering process, or else in the same engineering process management also takes their part for uh, creating a qualified product. So management set includes planning artifacts and operational artifacts. Planning artifacts, so whatever the process that we are following for engineering a product or a managing this type of process should be break it down into structures, what we call the work breakdown structure includes the process of dividing the work into some smaller parts where you can reduce the usage of the reduce the workload. And this whatever the process that should be done for development should be on the basis of business cases. So the business cases also are ensured. And while we are planning in the management set, we are also specifying some things like requirements. So these requirements that should be ensured also be a part of artifact set. So, and a last one is development plan. So this software development plan is just includes what kind of plan that you're following to develop a product. So this is about planning artifacts. Coming to operational artifacts, so management said first they have to plan, and after that, based on the plan, they have to operate for a end product. So whatever the whatever the thing they have planned, so first of all they have to release the descriptions. Then after that, while they are operating, they have to see what are the status of the work status of the work. That means status assessment is generally tells about the work process, how much work has completed, how much where is the work, what we have to implement, what we have to develop, enhance. Okay. And so the main thing in the operational artifacts is the management should be seeing that software change order database. So while you're implementing, while you're engineering, the software's database also should be handled in order to manipulate. Like you have to ensure correct use of database, and where you have to use database. Such kind of things is done in operational artifacts. So in operational artifacts, the management should be also knew about the deployment documents. They should be giving the deployment documents to the engineers, so that the users can understand, and the engineers can understand what kind of environment they should be ensured. So environment also plays a main role in operational artifacts. Uh, so, friends, this is about planning. Artifacts in software development life cycle, which plays a main role. Mainly, we are having engineering search and management search. Okay, thank you.